Yeah, I wish somebody would have prepared me for the dating world after my divorce. I had no idea that so many grown men still like to play petty games. Like, seriously, I am 100% content by myself.
Nobody cares!
I am very capable of making myself happy and providing for myself.
Nobody cares!
I am busy.
Nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
I don't have time for games.
Nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
I am trying my best to be successful in my job. I'm trying to build a home for me and my kids. I'm trying to stay healthy. I'm trying to maintain relationships with my friends and my family. I don't have time for stupid games.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody
Freaking cares.
Nobody cares.
So, just throwing this out here. If you want to come into my life to call...
Sweetie, women initiate 80% of divorces. Men are aware of this fact. So, why would a man invest time and money just to risk being discarded like your ex-husband? Also, nobody's looking to come into your anything because you've already been taken by this guy.
This is a great question. So what does a man earning our time, energy, etc. look like? A man who is actively pursuing us and working for our time by being consistent, calling us, and prioritizing us essentially.
What? Ain't nobody got time for that.
Bye, Felicia.
Men are the easiest thing in the entire world. If you are wondering how you and another woman got the same man, it is because men are the easiest thing in the entire world. I have never wanted a man and not gotten him. Do you have any idea how many men have wanted me and not gotten me? Granted, some dusties have caught me slipping. But there has never been a single man that I have wanted that I have not gotten, because men, they are cheap and easy.
If they're so cheap and easy, how come men made more money off your videos than you did? And if they're so cheap and easy, how come you're not happily married?
How dare!
Now, let me explain why happy marriage ain't an option. Because if I go to my friends and family and say, yo, I just eggplanted Mia Khalifa, their reaction is this. But if I go to my friends and family and say, yo, I just married Mia Khalifa, their reaction is this.
Let the betrayal of the law be taken from our courts. Let his armor be taken from him, and all his garb of justice. Let him be stricken from our hearts and our memories forever.
You understand where I'm going with this? Now, here's a fun fact about men that you probably don't know. The older you get, the more expensive they become.
What?
Let me repeat that. The older you get, the more expensive men become. You'll see what I mean when you're 45.
I don't know a lot about Henry Cavill. The one thing that really sticks in my mind about him is a really unfortunate comment that he made. And he said, I think a woman should be wooed and chased, but maybe I'm old-fashioned for thinking that. It's very difficult to do that if there are certain rules in place. Because then it's like, well, I don't want to go up and talk to her because I'm going to be called an R word or something. So you're like, forget it. I'm going to call an ex-girlfriend instead and then just go back to a relationship, which never really worked. But it's way safer than casting myself into the fires of hell, because I'm someone in the public eye. If I go and flirt with someone, then who knows what's going to happen? I just feel like that escalated very quickly. Like, that's like a real slippery slope argument. Like, when men jump to that so quickly, when they're like, well, I can't go talk to anyone because I'm going to get accused of SA. It's like, you probably, if you just don't SA anybody, like, you should be fine, bestie.
Sweetie, are you aware that women have the ability to lie? I mean, just ask Amber Heard. But real talk, if you don't understand why a lot of men think like Henry, ask yourself, when you see a headline that says, man accused of SA by woman, does your brain go, well, that's a serious accusation, I should get all the facts before I form an opinion? Or does your brain go, oh, that poor girl, and what a horrible, terrible man, I hope he rots in prison? Now, if your brain went with option 2, well, you're part of the reason why a lot of men think like Henry, and you're part of the problem.
And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.